Now, I know a lot of us were expecting some sort of dip since Caitlin Clark has been out with injury, but I don't think all of us were expecting the entire viewership of the entire WNBA.
2 minutes ago, the unthinkable happened. Fans walked away from the WNBA in numbers nobody saw coming. Arenas echo like empty subway tunnels, and TV ratings are collapsing faster than a dead phone battery at 2 a.m. What went wrong? And can the league survive it? This was supposed to be the golden era for women's basketball. Just a year ago, the WNBA rode a wave of hype bigger than anything it had seen in decades. Caitlin Clark's arrival, the non-stop highlight reels, the viral moments. It felt like the league had finally broken through the noise. Sports channels were buzzing, social media lit up with every deep three she took, and ticket sales were expected to skyrocket into 2025. But fast forward to now, and what do we see? Empty seats, plummeting TV numbers, and fans openly mocking the product they once celebrated. The collapse isn't subtle. It's loud, messy, and unfolding right before our eyes. It's a stunning reversal. Just months ago, the league was celebrating headlines about record-breaking momentum, new sponsorships, and dreams of expansion. Now those same dreams feel like illusions, slipping through the league's fingers. The hype has turned into heartbreak, and the story everyone thought they knew has been rewritten.
Best of 5 series.
Let's start with the numbers, because numbers don't lie. When Caitlin Clark went down with injury, the ratings went down with her. Indiana Fever games were pulling in over 1 million viewers on average, with the Fever versus the Minnesota Lynx game peaking at 1.2 million. But the very next game without Clark, only 485,000 tuned in. That's not just a dip, that's a free fall. And across the league, postseason ratings have been described as dropping faster than a phone battery at 2 a.m. The league's biggest storyline, its biggest draw, was gone. And suddenly fans seemed to forget the WNBA even existed. It was like Netflix without Wi-Fi. The entire appeal vanished. And what about ticket sales? Remember all that talk about packed arenas and sold-out seats? The reality in 2025 looks nothing like those rosy predictions. Instead of standing room-only crowds, arenas are dotted with empty chairs, some sections looking like ghost towns. Fans joke online that the sound of sneakers squeaking is louder than the cheers. Vendors who used to make steady money selling popcorn and hot dogs are now staring at half-full trays by halftime. One meme compared WNBA ticket sales to the clearance rack of a bankrupt department store. And honestly, it doesn't feel far off. So why is this happening? It's easy to point at Caitlin Clark's injury and call it the whole story. And yes, her absence is massive. She was the face of the league, the player who made casual fans tune in. Every game felt like an event when she was on the floor. But here's the uncomfortable truth. The WNBA built its entire marketing machine around one player. And when that player got injured, the league had no backup plan. Behind the scenes, some reports even suggest that the WNBA and Indiana Fever teased Clark's return just to keep ratings from completely collapsing. The strategy? Keep dangling hope to fans. Keep them watching, even if she wasn't anywhere near ready. But fans caught on. The disappointment piled up, and trust started to erode. Meanwhile, players' safety, or the lack of it, has become a firestorm. The WNBA has been described as an orthopedic surgeon's Christmas wish list because of the sheer volume of injuries. Defenders treated Clark like a crash test dummy, body-checking her into scores tables, hammering her on drives, and refs barely blew the whistle. In the NBA, you breathe on Patrick Mahomes in the NFL, and refs throw a flag. In the WNBA, Caitlin Clark gets shoved to the floor, and the ref is staring at the scoreboard like nothing happened. This isn't just about Clark either. Other stars have been battered too, with some leaving the league mid-season. Angel Reese was rumored to be stepping away. Another player literally left to focus on Instagram, deciding her health wasn't worth the grind. Imagine that. Players choosing social media over the league itself. That's not just bad optics, it's a disaster. And where's the leadership in all of this? Commissioner Cathy Engelbert has been compared to the captain of the Titanic, bragging about the ship's view while it's underwater. Instead of tackling officiating issues or player safety, she's out talking about expansion and marketing slogans. Expansion? When the league can't even fill current arenas? Fans call her a master of denial, spinning every negative headline into PR fluff. One analogy described her press conferences like calling a house fire a new lighting design. Brutal, but not far off. The officiating has become another punchline. Fans online joke that refs look more like food court workers than professionals. Calls are inconsistent, described as somewhere between a fortune cookie prediction and a magic 8-ball guess. That's not just frustrating for players, it's demoralizing for fans trying to take the product seriously. Let's not forget the media angle. ESPN hyped up every big WNBA moment when Clark was on the court. But as soon as ratings dipped, it seemed like the network started bearing numbers. Reports even claimed ESPN hid the lower All-Star Game ratings when Clark didn't play. Fans noticed the silence, and once again, it felt like the league was trying to spin instead of being transparent. And when fans lose trust, they stop showing up. Social media tells the story best. The league posts something like, "Another thrilling night of WNBA play," and the replies are brutal. Fans spam memes of tumbleweeds rolling through empty arenas. Others reply with sarcasm, "Thrilling? I counted more fans in line at Starbucks." The disconnect between the league's hype machine and the actual fan experience is widening by the day. So, here's the bigger picture. The WNBA promised growth. Instead, it delivered frustration. This was the season that was supposed to prove women's basketball had arrived. Instead, it's become the season that showed just how fragile the foundation really was. Build an empire on one superstar, and when that superstar falls, the empire cracks. And it leaves us with questions the league doesn't want to answer. Why wasn't player safety prioritized? Why is officiating still a circus? Why does leadership keep pretending everything's fine when fans clearly see the opposite? It's not just about the here and now. The future of the WNBA is suddenly uncertain. Expansion dreams? They feel like fantasy when arenas today look like high school gyms on a snow day. Sponsorship deals? They'll start drying up if ratings keep sinking. And most importantly, fans, the lifeblood of any league, are voting with their feet and remotes. But here's the twist. Fans aren't walking away from women's basketball as a whole. College games are still pulling huge crowds. The NCAA tournament for women continues to break records. The appetite is there. People want to see great basketball, drama, rivalries, stars. The problem isn't women's basketball, it's the WNBA's execution. Until leadership takes accountability, until officiating improves, until player safety becomes more than lip service, the slide may continue. And the longer it goes, the harder it will be to bring those fans back. Because once trust is gone, it's nearly impossible to rebuild. Right now, the WNBA without Caitlin Clark feels like Netflix without Wi-Fi, like a Jenga tower collapsing in an earthquake. It's not just struggling, it's unraveling. And if the league doesn't act fast, this golden era could become remembered as nothing more than a missed opportunity. And that's where we are. A league that was supposed to rise but is now fighting just to stay afloat. The WNBA still has talent, passion, and potential, but it's losing the one thing it can't survive without: the fans. What do you think? Is there still time to fix this, or is the damage permanent? Drop your thoughts below, hit like if you enjoyed the breakdown, and don't forget to share this with a friend who follows sports. And of course, make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss the next big story.